Welcome back to the Traversing Life with TK podcast. And what a wonderful episode we have today. Again, as I always start off, my gratitude to everybody who is watching and tune in. This is going to be available on multiple platforms, as I've said before. You can check us out on Spotify, iHeartRadio, on YouTube. I'll be posting clips on Instagram. So just check out all the different places you can get this podcast and really get this information. But today, we're going to talk about energy. Now, I know this is a broader term that's usually used, but what I want to focus in on today is how do you utilize your energy and use your energy and get used to using your energy. So, we're going to start off with some basics. So this episode is going to be a little more informative than some of the other ones because I'm going to give you some examples and things, but starting off, if you want to feel your energy, now there's people out there who don't really feel their energy. Like they understand that they're using their energy, and they understand that their energy has certain effects on things around them, but they don't actually feel it. They're just being intuitive about it and knowing that it's being used. Now, that is perfectly fine. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. But when you start to do some of these more advanced energetic practices, you're going to want to feel it. You're going to want to, embody and see exactly what you're doing. Now, one of the most basic ways, if you're trying to learn how to feel your energy and see where it's going and get more used to your energy, and I suggest this for beginners, advanced, and everything else, to first focus on your body. Now, we all know that our body is made up of energy. And in our body, we have blood, we have different things going on that is flowing, actually flowing through our body. And this is a physical flow that happens on the inside. Just like when you breathe in, when you breathe out, you're having a flow of energy come into your body and out of your body. So these are two of the major things that you can focus on when learning how to use your energy and feel your energy and see where it's going. Now, the most basic is breathing. That's why a lot of people use breath work and they say breathing is the key of life. When you start breathing, you start to activate different parts of your body because you're bringing in different energy. So, what I want you to do is focus on your breath. You see how the energy comes in and out of your lungs. And can be a meditation as well, as just focusing on your breath and noticing the flow of energy as it comes in. Where does it go? How does it come out? And you just focus on this so much that you start to become in tune with how your body breathes. And I want you to do this during multiple different scenarios. I don't want you to do it when you're calm. I want you to do it when you're angry. I want you to do it when you're excited. And just start seeing how the energy interplays inside your body. This is one of the easiest ways to start to feel how your energy flows. Another way is to start feeling your blood flow. Now, your pulse, your heartbeat, you can start there because everybody can feel their heartbeat very easily and see how it's pumping. Then you start to get more advanced, start to see exactly where is this energy flowing? Where is this energy going inside my body? Is it going up? Is it going down? Is it going to my arms, my legs? And you start to feel your actual circulation. This can be done in combination with your breath. So all these things can build up on each other. You start to breathe and get more calm and get into that mode of actually feeling your body and feeling what's going on the inside physically. Because even the physical elements of our body is energy. So once we start to get in tune with those physical flows, like in your blood and your breath, when you start to get that going and you start to feel that, that is the most basic way of feeling how the energy flows in your body. Now, when you want to start getting a little more advanced, we could talk about your chakras, your energy points, your meridian points, your inner grid. There's multiple ways that you could say how this works, but you're going to want to start to get in tune with those. And take some time out, meditating. A lot of people are like, yeah, you're going to talk about meditation a lot because feeling your energy and using your energy you have to be able to meditate. There's no way around it. Now, how you meditate, that's up to you because there's many different ways to meditate. You can meditate while doing activities. You can meditate by being calm. You can meditate, and there's just so many different examples. There's no reason for me to go into that. But meditation is what's going to bring you to the awareness of what's going on, where your energy is going, to be able to focus in on it. Even when you're looking at your physical body, you had to meditate. You had to focus your attention and intentions on noticing the flow inside of you. That's the same thing it goes when you start looking at your chakras. You're going to go and look at your root, your sacral, your solar, your heart, your throat, your third eye, your crown. You're going to look at all these different energy points and start to feel them. Before you even start to notice the flows of them or anything, I want you to start feeling them. This is a basic thing that anybody can do. You want to start feeling where your energy is and how it rotates in its source. So your root chakra, when the energy is there, how does it flow? How does it rotate? How does it turn? Does it do tumbles? Does it go in jagged lines? Is it like electricity? Is it like fire? Is it like smoke? Start realizing all the different aspects of your energy and what actually happens when you're using these different forms of energy. Because that's where the basis of your knowledge of how your energy flows is going to come from. You have to be able to understand what type of energy is coming from where, because later on, I'll start to explain how that interacts with the rest of your body. That interacts with the rest of your energetic body and how you actually use your energy. You have to see where the energy is coming from. Are there any points where it's cross-referencing each other or crossing a paths with each other? And what does that actually do to the energy? But you want to start off by just sensing those different points. And once you get to a point to where you can truly sense those different points in your body, you can sense the different energy points in your body, then you want to start noticing the flow of that energy. Where's that energy going? When does that energy get sparked? What emotions cause that energy? What stimulus outside of yourself causes that energy? What memories and thoughts bring up cause that energy? I know this is a lot, but in order to truly understand your energetic flow and start to feel it and understand it and know more about it, you have to do all these different things. Now, the way you go about doing it might be different. You might be able to, visualize it. You might be able to feel it. You might hear it. You might smell it. You might taste it. There's all kinds of different ways of feeling that energy. I'm just saying feeling because that's the easiest way to explain it. But however you perceive, maybe that would be a better word for everybody. In the way that you perceive your energy, that's up to you. It's however you perceive your energy best. And you want to see how you perceive it in all different experiences, all different stimulus and stimulations and everything that you're doing in this world, because that will show you what sparks that energy, which can be later on used. How can you access that energy in desperate times? Not even just desperate times, in times when you're not fully focusing on that, but you know that a certain image or a certain emotion or a certain smell, a certain taste or something will bring about the movement of that energy. Then you can use that as a trigger in times when you need to access that energy. So we started off by just sensing our physical body, our breath, our blood. Then you go with the different energy points. I say start with your chakras because those are very large sources and large wells of energy. Now you have different energy points all through your body. Like there's a lot of them. And each one of those has an energetic flow, things that interact with it, things that cause it to react and act up or whatever you want to, however you want to describe it. And getting in tune with those will help you out as well. Now, if you're somebody who's more advanced and you're like, okay, I understand my chakras, I understand my energy flow and all that, see how they interact with each other. What does the energy do when it touches another form of energy? And then what is that energy? What causes that? What does effects come about from using that type of energy? Use this in all of your practices across the board to see what energy works best for what you're doing. And this is kind of for practitioners out there, people who do different energy healing or rituals, or they do different energy work, and they are accessing their energy on a deeper level. You might already feel your energy. You might see it. You can taste it, feel it, however you put it, however you perceive it. You perceive it in a certain way, and you are getting results. You know this is working. Now, in order to enhance that and get more out of your energetic practices and more out of your work, you're going to have to experiment. You got to experience different things. I know a lot of people are so used to doing things one way, and I'm not telling you not to do things one way. What I'm saying is you can get a more comprehensive understanding, understanding, and overstanding, all three, under, inner, and overstanding of your energy and of the way your energy interacts with everyone around you. As long as you practice, you got to put in the work. You've been here, you've done this before. This is the practitioners I'm talking to, the energy workers, the healers, the light workers, the shadow workers, the builders, the destroyers, everyone out there who uses their energy for a certain purpose. You've been there. You've had those times where you're like, okay, I really feel the energy doing this, and this is what I'm getting from the energy. Now it's time to fine tune your practices. This next year, I made a video on Instagram about it. This next year, the energy is turning up so much. And when I say turning up, I mean the energy is helping all those who have been putting in that work to get the fruits of their labor, to get the results of everything they've been doing. And you've probably been doing things people haven't even been seeing. You've just been doing it on your own. And it might be something that you don't show other people. All this work is about to be rewarded this next year. It's going to be a momentum driving type of energy. And by learning your energy and how it interacts and what it does and how to access it, this is going to elevate everything in your practice. This is going to elevate everything in your energetic work, your rituals, your sending of energy, receiving of energy, your meditation, your daily practices, your concentration, your fitness, everything. It's going to change because now you're going to have a higher awareness of your energy and what it's doing. And once you start developing that awareness, then you can start to see how you're using it. There's also layers and steps to this stuff. Once you start to feel your energy, know where it is, and see how where it's going, what reacts to it, how it gets riled up, how it gets activated, however you want to put it, in whatever terms you want to put it. Once you start doing these things, you're going to see a difference. And I'm saying be consistent with it. Do it every single day. I'm personally going through a little transition myself, and I'm having to relearn how my energy interacts with things. Now, I have a basic under, inner, and overstanding of it, but since things are changing, now I have to adapt to it as well and learn from it. And as a practitioner, you can't get so used to one thing and one way of using it. And even if you're not a practitioner, if you're just a person out there wanting to utilize your energy better, you have to be able to know what activates your energy. Where does it go? How does it interact? These are all major things that you have to learn. We all go through periods where our energy changes. We go through different metamorphoses, different transformations as we go through life. And each time we had to adapt and learn to our energy. Now, were we doing subconsciously? Most likely, yes. Some of you out there, you were conscious of it. You were conscious of those energetic changes, and you understood what was happening, and you were able to better adapt or more quickly adapt. Because I don't really like saying better, but you were able to more quickly adapt to how your energy is interacting to everything. And that helped you out in different ways, whether you realized it or not. Once you were able to adapt to that new energy, different opportunities came up in your life. Different experiences came into your life because now there's a different type of energy that you are emitting. There's a different frequency that you're putting off. So now you're getting the complementing frequencies. You're getting the frequencies that help fill in the gaps. You're getting everything that creates a more whole picture based off of the energy that you currently have at this moment or at the moment of the transition. So don't take this as, oh, because my energy changed, I don't know what's going on with my energy. You do. You just have to get used to it again. These are just little changes. Some people are like, hey, I went through a big change. I went through a major transformation. And this is a wonderful thing. If you've been through a major transformation and you feel like your energy is totally revamped and new, start off by comparing. And I know some people are like, oh, you don't want to compare. You're not compared to anybody else. You're comparing to what it was before because now you get to learn the differences in what's going on. How does your energy interact? Certain things that made your energy activate before doesn't anymore. Those triggers that you had that reacted to whatever was going on doesn't trigger you anymore because your energy is different. It has a different frequency, so it's not going to be activated the same way. It might be activated similar. You might can still use your energy in that same way. But because your energy is different, because your energy has changed, it's not going to be used at its full effectiveness. I'm not saying that it's not going to be able to be effective, but it's not going to be able to be effective at its maximum capacity. And this, again, is for practitioners out there. When you're doing your energy work, you're doing your counseling, you're doing your channeling, and you're doing all these different things to help your client, you want to be working at maximum capacity. You want the way you utilize your energy to be the best that it can. You want to be able to see exactly what you're using your energy for and how is it working. Not necessarily how effective it is for your client, but how effective is the energy in general. Because the more effective it is in general, then you'll know how to use it for your client. You'll be able to get these answers and results. And you guys already know this. This is things that you guys might do subconsciously, you might do consciously. All these different steps that you're going through when you're doing your energy work, even for the Reiki healers, the ones who are saying that they're just a vessel for the energy to channel through, you'll notice a difference because once you can control that energy, it's not even control. Once you have better understanding of how your energy works and you can kind of change it, not really control it, even though control is a general term that people would use for it. It's how you can, I don't want to say manipulate, but how you can maneuver your energy in a way that is best utilized for whatever purpose you have. You are going to see that as a Reiki, I'm using this as an example. I'm going to go through a few different examples here today. I'm not sure how long this podcast is going to be. But as a Reiki practitioner, when you're letting that energy flow through you and you see the energy wants to flow through certain parts of you, it's because that certain part of you has a certain frequency for the healing. That certain part of you has the certain resonance that the person you're healing needs to have some of. It's just flowing through you. It's not your energy, if you want to put it that way, but it's using your energy for the frequency, for the vibration in order to produce certain results. That's why you're the medium. That's why you're the one that the energy is flowing through. And you're able to let that energy flow through in the way it needs to. And by learning more about your energy, learning how to use it and utilize it in a more effective manner, you're going to be able to utilize more of that Reiki energy. You're going to be able to let it work at its maximum capacity. You're going to let it be a deeply fulfilling practice, not only for your client, but for you as well. You're going to learn so much more about yourself because once you start learning how your energy flows and how to maneuver it, you're able to start accessing different information because those triggers that you had before don't trigger you anymore. So now you're able to observe, you're able to see different things that you didn't see before because that trigger blocked your vision. You started looking in a different direction because as soon as you got triggered, boop, now you're over here. Or boop, now you're over there. But once you start to be able to maneuver your energy properly and you can stay focused in any situation, that's a wonderful thing. And this isn't just for Reiki. This is for people who channel the Akasha. This is for people who do tarot. This is for people who do channeling. This is for people who are mediums and they see, the spirits in the afterlife. Let me talk a little bit about that because I feel people don't really talk about this enough. Now, as a medium who can see different spirits and different things around you as they come up, but as you see these different things that pop up around you, you have to be able to know how to use your energy to create a safe space for yourself. Because you're tapping into these different realms, you're tapping into these different dimensions. Utilizing your energy, being able to maneuver your energy, means that you can better maneuver through whatever energy you're in, whatever frequency or vibration that you are currently in, you'll be able to maneuver through it better because you're able to utilize your energy to its maximum capacity. You can filter out distractions because there's always going to be other distractions that are happening. Say you're wanting to connect with a certain spirit or a certain entity, and you have these different things going on, and you're trying to focus in to connect with this energy, entity, spirit, whatever you want to call it. And now you're connected, but you feel like the connection isn't strong enough, or you feel like you're getting pulled in a bunch of different directions and you're not sure exactly what the message is. Being able to utilize your energy and maneuver your energy, you're going to be able to see through those different distractions. You're going to be able to focus in more. You could turn down, it's like a little volume button, a little knob. You could turn down the volume on other things, turn up the volume on what you're trying to listen to, what you're focusing in on. Kind of put up some shielding visually against things that you're not trying to focus in on at that point. And before some of you get out there and be like, hey, that means you're not aware if something is happening or something can endanger you, because a lot of people, that fear comes up, which if you're a medium or a channeler and you're dealing with these different entities and spirits and stuff, you should know that as long as you are focused and you have a good handle on maneuvering your energy and you're shielded and properly utilizing your gift how it was meant to by divine design, those things can't harm you. That's just a fear that's placed in everyone who has that talent because it tests you, it sharpens your sword, it sharpens your weapon, your tool to utilizing that energy. When people say that everything is a test, everything is a test. But it's not a test in the traditional sense. It's a test to see how much stronger you're going to get. Because no matter what, by doing this, you're going to get stronger. You cannot fail the test. It's just how far are you going to go with it? How far can you transcend that particular obstacle, that particular sharpener, that particular, device that helps you? That's all it is. Learn how to manipulate your energy. Learn how to maneuver your energy. This will help you in all aspects of your life. you'll be able to focus more. You'll be able to have higher production. You'll be able to go out there and actually focus on the things that you need to focus on. The distractions will all start to melt away. This is the main thing about being able to maneuver your energy. You'll be able to do things you never thought you could do before. Now, and I'm going to go back to our original topic about learning to maneuver your energy. People talk about the exercise of a chi ball, of creating a ball of energy in your hand and holding it, and being able to use that and pass it to your other hand and back and forth. Now, if you're doing this with somebody else, then you can start to feel how the energy is flowing outside of your body. Using a chi ball is a great example of learning how to utilize your energy, learning how to maneuver it, condense it, change its form, bring it back in, and let it go. There is many things you can do with a chi ball. It's a great practice. So after you've learned where your energy points are, how they interact, and all these different things, now you can begin to do different practices in order to enhance your maneuverability of your energy. And the chi ball is a great way because now you can say, okay, let's say I want energy from my third eye in the chi ball, because this is a practice for people who have clairvoyance, clear cognizance, and things like that. You can have the energy of your third eye, of your perception in the chi ball, and you can release it and maneuver your energy, because it's still your energy, to where you're going, what you're trying to see. These are all different ways to elevate your practices. Learning to maneuver your energy is going to have profound changes on every aspect of your life. This is for the beginners, the intermediate, the advanced, the practitioners, the healers, everyone out there. Learning to maneuver and utilize your energy is going to have a profound effect on your life. You're going to be able to see different things that you've never been seen before. You're going to be informed on different things that you weren't informed on before. You're going to be able to do things physically, mentally, and spiritually that you wouldn't have thought possible. Learn how to do it, accept it. Now, this is not an easy process. It's not an easy process at all. For some people, they might have it easier. And I say easier because they've already been maneuvering their energy. They've already been utilizing it. They already understand the mechanics behind their energy, which makes it a lot simpler. They've already been doing some of the groundwork, but don't let that discourage you if you haven't. Everybody can learn to maneuver their energy. Everybody can learn to feel and perceive their energy. This is something that we were born with. This is something that is integral on our path. You ever notice how when you're really upset or you're really sad or you're really happy and people pick up on that? That's because your energy is flaring out. Now, let's say you're somewhere and you're playing poker. This is a great example, even though I don't condone gambling like that. I do every now and then. But if you're playing poker and you don't want somebody to know what you're doing, you want to have that poker face. You want to have that look on your face where nobody knows what's going on. You also want your energy to portray that as well. This is something that you can learn how to do. It can help in all aspects of life. If you need to have a calm, commanding energy in order to do your job, learn how to manipulate your energy, learn how to maneuver your energy the way that you need it to be done. Harness it, utilize it in the aspects you need to. If you need to speak more power into something, then you could put some more energy into your throat chakra. Maybe you need to express more love to somebody and you want that to be portrayed. You can let that flow out from your heart chakra. You want to be more ethereal. You want to have a more creative connection to things. Utilize a few of your different chakras. I'm not going to go into all that today, but there are ways to utilize your energy in order to enhance your life. It's not just energetic practices. This is every aspect of life because the whole world is energy. The whole universe is energy. And since everything is energy, learning how to maneuver your energy will help you maneuver through the world because that's all this is your energy maneuvering through the world. So once you learn how to maneuver your energy, you have that mastery over yourself. When people talk about that self mastery, that true understanding of who they are and what they've done, then you can maneuver through anything in life because you can maneuver your energy. You have more control over what's going on. It's not about the outside world as much, it's about you utilizing what you have and being able to push forward and keep it pushing through anything that comes along. Now, if you want to learn how to maneuver your energy and you are having problems or you're having some doubts, you're having some things pop up that maybe are hindering you, maybe you need a little help with it, you could always hit me up on my website, tenaciouspiritualconsulting.com. The link is in my bio. Check it out. Book a session with me. We can go into depth about you in particular. Any questions that you have about it, we can create a plan for you, an actionable plan where you will see results over time. You want to enhance your practices for practitioners out there. You want to enhance your practices. We could talk about that. We can get a more comprehensive understanding and not even just understanding, a more comprehensive approach to your energy practices. Because once you are able to do things from multiple angles, most people are used to doing things from one angle. But once you're able to do things from multiple angles, you provide support to your own practice. You provide support to your own actions and experiences. If you want to truly learn how to maneuver your energy in a more effective manner, and you're having some hiccups along the way, or maybe you just want a little guidance, hit me up. I'm always here for you. If you do the monthly plan, we can go through it and have checkpoints and have different things to where you can see the results. And if you're wondering about something or you're trying to figure something out, you have access to email me and I will help you out. That's all part of this journey. So anybody out there who wants to learn more about actually maneuvering their energy or wants to get some more in detail information, because what I was talking about here barely scratched the surface, and we can have a very in detailed talk and discussion on what energy is and how it's utilized and how to better utilize it for whatever you're trying to do, physically, mentally, spiritually, mentally, physically, however you want to say it. We can go through all that. Nothing is really as complicated as you think it is, because when it comes down to the matter of things, the essence of things is very simple. So once you learn how to maneuver your energy, it gets rid of a lot of those obstacles. It gets rid of a lot of those fears and doubts that you've had about yourself because you're more confident. You're more assured in things that you're doing. So learn how to do it. Learn how to utilize your energy. Learn how to see exactly how much you can do. You're only limited by your beliefs. You're only limited by your standards. You're only limited by yourself. Learn to be that limitless being. Learn to live in your greatness. There's so much inside of every single one of us that wants to be shown, that wants to be utilized, that wants to interact with the world around us in order to make it the reality that we want it to be. So go do it. Learn from yourself, learn from the energy that you have going, and you're going to see profound changes. You're going to see so much stuff happen that you're going to be like, oh man, I didn't even know this could happen. I didn't even know I was capable of all these things. So take some time to think about it. Take some time to practice some of the things I've said. Learn where your energy comes from. Learn where your energy goes when things happen. Learn what activates the energy. Learn what deactivates the energy. Learn how it interacts with other energy that's inside of you. Learn how that new interaction, that combination of energies, does things in your world, does things in your inner world. Practice different ways of utilizing energy to see what's best for you. Practice the different ways of perceiving energy that works best for you. That's all there is to it, is you have to put in the work and the practice in learning your energy, learning where your energy comes from, learning what you can do with your energy, learning how to use your energy in the most effective manner. Once you start to do these things, you're going to see the changes. I can't say it enough. You're going to see the changes. But I think that's about all I have for today. It was a great talk. And if, again, if any of you want to go deeper on this, I'll probably be posting some other videos on my YouTube and Instagram. So start looking at the different sources, social medias that I have out. And as I always say, hey, you just might find something out.